Chilling details emerged in court about how Meyiwa could have possibly tried to push the gun away, which had pressed against his chest. And how after the gun had went off, he suffered severe internal blood loss, with the bullet moving through his body in a downward trajectory away from the midline of his body.
Situated just below the skin, blackened granular material consistent with gunshot residue are noted in the underlying soft tissue. So when I opened this wound and explored it, I noted this black granular material, and then in brackets I came to a conclusion following the examination of this wound. I said this wound is consistent with a contact bullet entrance wound.
And as a result of that gunshot at close range, the bullet bruised the upper lobe of the lung and tore the lower one, which caused bleeding into the soft tissue.
The right lung is pale and partially collapsed. That's due to the injury. And the left lung is congested on section. The blood vessels there are still a bit full of blood.
And doctor, the fact that the right lung was pale, is that indicative of anything?
Well, the lung was injured, so it's blood loss basically.
And despite Meyiwa being resuscitated in hospital, Steenkamp testified that it was too late.
Are you able to give an indication of, given the clinical picture that you've just outlined, how long the deceased would have survived after the infliction of the wound?
He probably would have survived seconds, minutes, definitely not hours.
In cross-examination, Advocate Charles Mnisi, who represents accused number 3, shared different scenarios by witnesses. Steenkamp says it's not possible that Meyiwa was shot from the back.
One version from the eyewitnesses who were in the house is that the person who had a firearm was behind the deceased. In view of your analysis and your conclusion that a shot could have been fired from an angle of depression, does the second scenario also accord with your finding?
No, it does not. No.
A ballistics expert will take the stand next. Criselda Lewis, SABC News at the High Court in Pretoria.